Hi everyone, today is the first Friday after Easter, first Friday of Easter. I think for a whole week we've been seeing how Jesus appeared to the apostles and the miracles and the things that the disciples do after they realize their mission. I think it's really about recognizing ourselves, recognizing Jesus in our life as the first anchor before talk about serving. I think that is what I'm trying to remind myself at times, and I think for me it's really recognizing Jesus in my life and how I create that relationship with Him, and then start looking at how I'm going to continue spreading His words. And let's see what's next. Today first reading we see Acts. Saint Peter stand up for his faith and stand up against the chief priests in the same kind of affirmation that Jesus had that was being confronted, which I think that really gave him a lot. I think the appearing of Jesus to him at the beach that was mentioned in John gave him the courage and gave him the affirmation to continue doing what he's doing. I think that is also what we are all called to do, to have a relationship, to connect back to what God asks us to be, so that we could really stand firm as our roots being firm. I think that's what we should constantly remind ourselves. The road to Emmaus is, it could go deeper than that. It's really that walking and listening and relationship. I think it's a relationship and a desire we as apostles should have. To continue this journey of faith. I think what struck me today is courage. I think today is slightly different here. Is they could recognize Jesus when the fish and the bread is being brought out, the sharing, and even the bringing up the different bringing up the fishes. I think Peter, some of us could already know. No one there to affirm. I think after that, St. Peter ran to the sea because he was too ashamed himself because he denied Jesus 3 times. So that fear sometimes to recognize and to really affirm himself, sometimes it's so difficult for us sometimes. I think Jesus had repeated the incident that happened to Peter and others. So to create that connection with them, I think is that mentioned earlier, is that relationship, and the third time, which means that it was not the first time it happens. So disciples need to be constantly, for me myself, constantly going back when Jesus appeared to me before, when is the relationship, to keep on going back to that feeling and that incidents, to remind myself that God is in presence and God will make all things good regardless of what has happened. To really have established a relationship, I think that's what I remind myself last year. That's what all called to do, to let people to have a relationship, to have the connection, to have the experience of God, to anchor them forward. I think we should establish a relationship with others so we can have commonality with our Lord. I think it's or should do so for our children to help them create and establish a relationship. I think a lot of the parents now is just go catechism class, hoping that they will be touched by God and their life will change. I think that is not totally wrong. We're encouraging them to go for church, God asking them to attend more session, and really encouraging them so that they could have that relationship, could be inspired. I think that's good, but what really we need to do as parents is to allow them to have that relationship, to create that relationship for them, to really giving an environment at home to experience God, even not only in church context. Is really, I think sometimes we really experience God, not only come to retreat. Wow, to touch and cry and tears. Yes, retreat do help because it's kind of reflection. But it's really true that road to Emmaus is the things that we do on a daily basis. When we pray, why retreat? Because it's the environment is created the stop point for us to pray. Then that's where the house, the family environment, to really give them the space to praying. And I think it's helpful for kids. I think let's continue to allow ourselves the space also to pray and reflect and to know God is present in our life. Amen.